What's going on, guys? King Trats here, back in another video on the channel, and today we are back with the first episode of what I'm calling Last Chance. It's basically a series comprised of restaurants that I've tried that I didn't really like at all. There is a pretty decent sized list of things that I didn't really favor that much, which are sprinkled throughout the content. So today we are doing the first one. This is one of the oldest videos that I did, but I did this the first day that it ever came out. We went to Cosmic Wings. Cosmic Wings is a virtual kitchen based inside of Applebee's that serves Flamin Hot Cheetos wings as well as cheese bites. I remember getting this the first time and it was really greasy, and it was just kind of just not a vibe at all. Didn't really like it, and I never went back since. So here we are 2 years later with a last chance for Cosmic Wings. Now, you can only order Cosmic Wings through Uber Eats. You cannot pick it up. You can only get it through Uber Eats. So that is what we did today. I have the bag here, and as you can see, just proving a point, I have no idea what is inside. I have not opened it. It is completely sealed, and I don't know what's in here. So I wanted to do it with you guys so that there's no one thinking that I'm making any of this stuff up. I want to see what we have here, and I'm actually kind of excited to see if they step their game up, because I remember back then saying, maybe it's because it's the first day. I got it literally the first day it came out. So, without further ado, let's get into this bag. Ooh. Man, they really sealed this thing crazy. All right, let's do it. What do we have here? Waffle fries. See the steam on there. It's always a good sign, but again, this is through DoorDash, so this is how they have to get it. They're soggy. That's fine. This should be fun. This order cost me like $50, man, and I don't even know what the... Okay, these are the Flamin Hot Cheetos cheese bites. They do look better than before. I don't see like a pool of grease on the bottom, so that's actually a good sign. Hey, why not? Now we're on to the wings. These are the Cheetos wings, and they look better than before. The main thing that I'm noticing... Okay, there's still some... Oh, wait. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see in here, but there's a pretty decent sized amount of grease. Let's see the... They look better than they did before. I don't know how much better they're going to be, but they do look slightly better. And of course, last but not least, the one that we all went here for. What is that? Chapstick. Okay, I got an extra ranch, but I didn't get an extra ranch, but that's fine because we have a lot of ranch. We have the Flamin Hot Cheetos wings, which I'm sure have a pretty decent amount of grease on the bottom, but I can't see it. I'm going to be honest with you. This was a lot greasier the first time. Like, a lot greasier. So that, to be, it's not a bad sign. I'm trying to be as nice as possible, but I'm going to be as honest as possible as well. First things first, we'll start off with the price point. Because this is DoorDash, the wings themselves all are $15 for 8 wings. Honestly, that is a ripoff. Wingstop costs less. Most wing places cost less. 8 wings, $15. You can do the math. $14.99 is the exact price. That's almost $2 per wing. It's a bit much. So, is it worth a $15 wing? This was $7.99 and this was $4.99. These waffle fries, you can kind of tell they're not fried very well, but you know DoorDash is going to come and it's going to be soggy. But you can only get it through DoorDash. I mean Uber Eats, I should say, and that is just what we have to roll with if you're going to get these. So, already behind on that. With that being said, let's get into somebody's freaking wings, man. Let's just see if they step their game up after 2 years of me saying I will never go back here again. Start off with the Flamin Hot Cheetos wings. They're not as greasy as last time. That's a step up. Let's see. You can see the Flamin Hot dust on here. Definitely has that Flamin Hot smell, but it also has a really weird fried chicken smell that, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. First bite with no sauce, though. You know the vibes. It's better. It's better. Ooh. The hell? I'll be honest with you. The first time I had it, I gave it like a 3. I thought they were way too soggy, way too greasy. They're still kind of soggy, kind of greasy. But not to the point that they were inedible like last time. Last time I maybe ate 3 or 4 of them. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Whereas this is a relatively enjoyable version of it. And their ranch last time said it was house-made ranch. This ranch definitely has a better taste than last time either. So while it is better, I still think it's overpriced for what you're getting. and a little too greasy. The wings themselves, compared to other wings, you know, I've eaten a lot of wings on this channel, just seem really oily. And I don't know if that's because of the Cheetos dusting, but I'll give you an example. I'll give you this piece of celery. Just look how it kind of, you see that? That texture, that consistency is on the wing. But because I like Flamin' Hot Cheetos, I think this piece was better. Not crispy. I think they're decent. They don't suck anymore. How's that? I'm gonna be fair. They don't suck, but they're still not great. They're still definitely not worth ordering them. They're still not worth the price. But if somebody gets them and you tried one, I think you'd be like, yeah, it's okay. Especially if you like Flamin' Hot Cheetos, because that dusting on here is very true to form. A little bit of heat, a little bit of that nacho cheese flavor to it. I just wish, look, you see what I'm saying? See that grease on there, like the oil? It's, again, last time it was like a pool of it. This time it's like a kiddie pool. So, it went from being kind of ass to kind of average. Definitely still could use some work. But I will give them this. It's edible now. Not a big step up. But you could probably only eat like 3 or 4 of these. I think they need to either make the order smaller or something, because like I've had, how many? There's 5 left, so yeah, it's my 3rd one. And I'm already to the point where I'm like, man, you're just kind of greasy, I don't want it anymore. I don't know what they do. I really don't. So, instead of being a 3, this time I'd give it like a 5.5. Little bit above, like slightly above average. What really, really is the hard carry for this? Look at, oh my fucking god. Look, see what I'm saying, bro? What is this? What is... This what you want your legacy to be? Like, can y'all... I'm gonna just leave that for you, and y'all can. It's like it's just too much with that shit on the bottom, man. But the first bites are good, and then after a while, like that just turned me off. It's going down, bro. I'm sorry. It's getting like a 4.5 at this point. But I'll give them credit for this. Instead of just chucking Cheetos on it when it was done, they actually went for it with the batter, which is a problem I had with Buffalo Wild Wings with Doritos Crusted. That just kind of chucked Doritos on the top of wings, and it didn't really hit the same. But that being said, we're going to go into the Cheetos ones. Already, I can see right here that there's a decent amount of grease just sitting on this compared to this. So there's just a lot of oil that sits on the bottom. Here we go. I never thought I'd say this, but the Cheetos seem to be better than the Flamin' Hot version, which I don't think I would ever say in any other Flamin' Hot versus regular Cheetos situation. But with this one, again, I got to get back in here and just see. The only issue, again, just look, man. Like, maybe it's my specific Applebee's that I'm going to. But they're just... The Cheetos one actually kind of hits more. This one has more of a crunch to it. And an intense Cheetos flavor. Same thing, man. I like these more, though. These are better. But the issue is once you have like 2 or 3, that grease just builds up and you're like, not really. It's the same problem. I don't know why, but the Cheetos flavor seems a little more balanced and a little more crunchy than the Flamin' Hot. I can even notice, like with this BS that they have on here, which I don't even, look at the oil on this, bro. This might just be my location. If you guys have had this, let me know. It really might just be on location. Look, man, look. Like, I'm not being crazy. We've eaten a lot of wings on this channel. So this is my third one, and I'm already at the point where I'm like, okay, I might have had too much. But those first few bites, kind of hit. The biggest problem with these, it just feels like it's not worth what you paid. Even the It's Just Wings, which is in Chili's, serves better than these. I figured after 2 years, maybe they'd turn it around, and it's still slightly better, but it's also still just mid. These I gave a 4.52. Those I give a 5.52. I'm surprised that the regular Cheetos are better, but they are. Let's try one of these fries. Let's see. Waffle fry with no seasoning, not no seasoning, but no ranch first. No, I don't know who their fry daddy is. Same thing. Like, I understand that there's going to be a bit of sweating when you use these packages, but at the same time, it just feels like either they don't have the oil turned up hot enough and it's like soaking the food, or they just don't have the right fry daddy in there. I'm not going to expect super crunchy when I get these and I see the sweat in the thing, but they're clearly just frozen waffle fries, which I'm cool with. But the way that they fried them, and I've had a lot of fries on here. Yeah, the last one. Gotta make sure. Their ranch is decent, though. It's just so not satisfying. Like, the flavor on waffle fries is always a W, but those are just damn oil, bro. Woo. From a waffle fry standpoint, I have to probably give those like a 3. Like, I bit it and felt like a noticeable when I bit it. Whew. And just one crispy piece, man. Can't even do that one. Y'all hear that? See if I can, like, can ya? Like, don't hear that? Three. Okay. Last one. These are the Flamin Hot. I probably should have got the regular cheese. Fried cheese bites. Kind of similar to cheese curds. Thing I'm noticing already is just the fry daddy is not on point. But, let's see. That's actually not half bad. I'm telling you, what it is with these, is just a fryer, man. It's like there's the same guy back there or something. Because when you first bite them, you're like, you get that Flamin' Hot or the regular Cheeto taste, and you're like, all right, I can get into these. After 2 or 3, these just don't hit the same. But this, let me get one on the ranch. Honestly, I'd probably rather eat those than the wings. It's just got a little bit more depth with the cheese vibe. Those are pretty decent. Probably my favorite thing I've gotten. I remember last time I got these, they were like absolute ass. But coincidentally, you probably can't see in there. I'm just going to keep it real. Like there's not a lot of grease as opposed to these. And I know chicken has fat in it. Like, I've ordered a lot of wings. I've never dealt with a place that has, like, y'all saw it. I don't even want to show y'all again. But the cheese just tastes like a Flamin' Hot mozzarella stick. I just wish that they got better with how they fried these, because the breading just severely lacks. The flavor's there, but it just comes off as kind of soggy. And again, I'm saying this, I know people are going to type with passion. I have had a lot of breaded wings on this channel. I have had a lot of French fries on this channel. I understand the difference in quality when you get it inside of a restaurant versus when you order it. I also understand that they're going to get some sort of condensation when they give it to you in packages like this. A lot of times they'll poke holes in these. I mean, they didn't. Some places do. But, you know the funny part? This actually does have holes poked in it. It's just they're not very good. You know, you can see that's what they had that there for. And with all of that, I've had places that the breading still keeps well. This breading just comes off as like super, super soggy. That one was actually crispy. That one was actually crispy. We got a couple of crispers in here, which are much better. That one was actually crispy. Okay, we got a crispy section. A crispy section? All right, let's try you. Those are much better. I actually think these are pretty decent. Still could have been a lot better. Definitely not S tier. Definitely not A tier. But I found these to be the most enjoyable. I would give these a 6. If you were going to get anything from here, as weird as it sounds, that was the best thing, which was my least favorite thing last time. Also, their ranch is pretty decent. Okay, so with that being said, we gave Cosmic Wings a last chance. Do they deserve to get back into the rotation? The answer is no. I paid $45. I made like $48 for these 4 things. You can't get it in the restaurant, so you have to pay the delivery fees and everything like that, which I know a lot of people have issues with. And for what you're getting, there is a lot better options. I'm pretty sure the same context of meal, 16 wings with some cheese as well as fries at Wingstop would run you probably like $30 to $35. Somewhere in there, depending on what kind of stuff you got with it. It's much better value for dollar, at least at mine. With this, I just feel like I'm not satisfied. I've eaten 4 to 5 wings, which for me is insane, and I just wouldn't order it again. But we're going to give a lot more places a last chance. If you're familiar with my content or you want to see something that you think is mid or trash, I have a lot more. Believe it or not, I want to run with this because I do want to see if these places are better than I thought they were. We have some regular businesses as well as franchises that we're going to get to. If you want, hop on a Twitch stream because I'm going to talk about this with the Twitch people, or I'm going to read these comments. But I like doing the live streaming because it gives me a bit of context to like why you think something's bad. And I don't want things to get mistranslated when it comes to like answering comments, because sometimes they do. Sometimes I comment and people think I'm angry. Sometimes and I just don't necessarily want that. So either way, we're going to try this. Drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Big fat no on this one. Unless you can get the cheese curds. But $8.99 plus delivery fees. They'll run you $20 for cheese curds like these? No. These are like $5. You can pick them up? Maybe. That's a different story. We're going to get out of here. Wanted to try it. Kind of took an L. But I wanted to do it one more time before I moved on with the content. So that is what we have today. We will be back tomorrow. More content. I love Yada Hand Signs. They made it to YouTube. Right, we got some bonus footage. After I finished this video, I didn't really know what I was going to do with this food because giving away greasy-ass food to somebody would just seem a little messed up. So what I did was this. I tried to fix it so that I could see if it was just the grease or whatever it is. So I put some of the leftovers in the air fryer. And I'm going to show you right now how much grease was actually on here. There is so much grease that came out of here that I was literally shocked at how much. I've put stuff in the air fryer before and reheated, French fries, you name it. But there was a pool of grease in here, and I was just beside myself. I also afterwards put them on this paper towel. And that's how much grease was on the paper towel, and then I retransferred it into here. And I'm going to try them again, just to see if it does fix it slightly. First thing I notice, so it helped. Now, I don't know if that's going to make it, like, really, really good or what, but let's see. It's much better. This might be twofold. Cosmic Wings is a virtual kitchen, and locations, I say, do matter. There is a very big possibility that I have a bad location. This is the same place. There aren't any other Applebee's or Cosmic Wings near me, so I'm kind of like out of luck when it comes to this. But with the skin crispier, not like super oily, it's still oily, believe it or not. This would be an okay eat. If I was doing these with that, I would probably bump them up a point from what I gave them before. The flavor's there. The Cheeto flavor is intense. The cheese isn't as greasy or oily as last time. It's still not great. I'm not going to say that. But it did make this like, okay, I could at least eat these. So, slight difference in quality. Moving right along to the Flamin Hot Cheeto Wing. You can see that I definitely cooked these. I cooked this for about 7 more minutes in the air fryer. So there's, which is probably going to make it better. But let's get a bite. These are probably hot as hell because they took these straight out. Hot. Noticeably better. There's two things to be said. Number one, they have a quality issue with maybe the person back there doesn't really, or if they instructed them to do it any other way, but besides this, massive, massive, massive problems. Number two, which is probably the more likely, they don't really give a shit. They just want you to try it and then move on from it, which means it won't last very long. But I'm gonna go in the ranch for this right here and see what's up. I mean, a light year improvement. Getting all that grease out and getting them slightly crispier does make these wings pretty good. Still not great, but before I gave these a 4. I would give these probably a 6.5 to a 7. They're good at this point. Like, I wouldn't go out of my way to order them, but they're at least good. So if you feel like ordering something from Cosmic Wings and then putting it in an air fryer and then making sure that you finish the cooking process that they couldn't do, then be my guest. But I know some people, that's pretty good, man. With this order, we'll say, oh, you should put it in another air fryer for another 10 minutes. Listen, I respect that. I respect that you would do that. But for me, if I order food, I want to be able to eat it when I get it. I shouldn't have to order food and then cook it, or else I might as well cook the food myself. That's just how I feel about it. Or order something frozen and heat it up myself. If you're going to give me food like that, certain food might travel a little bit better, but I'm not expecting to have to fix what you made for me. Otherwise, then charge me half price and I'll finish cooking it. I wouldn't mind that. Let's move on to the last one, which is the regular Cheeto wing, which was my favorite wing of the two. Again, some skin is much better. I can see the Cheetos dusting on here. I'm not supposed to take my fork right now. It's going to be hot as hell again. So much better. So much better. They gotta fix their issues, man. Because it's actually decent at this point. It's not great still, but it's decent. Still not worth $14, but it's decent. I don't have an issue with this one. I would eat these. If it was like $10.99, then we'd be talking something that's fair. $10-ish, which is about what Wingstop charges you for you know, an 8 to 10 piece. And most wing places. With the breading, the Cheetos on here, that's a dub. This, better, man. Much better. I don't know if the person here doesn't know how to fry or what, but I wanted to try this. I still don't recommend it, but I at least have more of a concrete evidence. I'm trying to get in the lab and just make sure that I'm not crazy. That we have a quality control issue. It's not necessarily just the flavor. It is definitely whoever's frying it back there either is getting bad instructions or just simply just doesn't care. There's a difference between wings getting cold or wings getting soggy and wings being soaked in grease like I got before. I've ordered a lot of wings and I've never received that. And this is twice from the same place. But I wanted to make sure, man, because I don't like being harsh on stuff, but I have to be honest. And I'm still just saying that this is just an L place. That's what it is. So there we go. Still a slight dub with this. I wish I would have got this to begin with because it probably got a 6. But either way, 6 for what you're paying, $14.99, not good enough. That's the end of the bonus footage. We'll be back tomorrow, more content, man. I love y'all. Hand sign. Stay made it to YouTube.